The structure of this presentation is as follows. What is cross-curricular learning? How has cross-curricular learning developed in the primary classroom in recent history? What are the advantages and barriers involving cross-curricular learning? The cross-curricular link between English and science, and using ICT to support English and science. This part of the presentation will answer the following question. What is cross-curricular learning? Hayes 2010 describes cross-curricular learning as an interdisciplinary approach to learning by incorporating more than one subject through a theme, topic or experience. This is further supported by Barnes 2015, who states that applying skills, attributes and knowledge from different subjects to one theme or topic. Carroll and McGregor 2014 explains that cross-curricular learning opposes discrete learning, which offers a fragmented view of the curriculum and teaches subjects separately. Kerry 2015 highlights that cross-curricular teaching enhances children's learning by enabling them to establish connections between their subjects. Loudon report in 1967 promoted cross-curricular learning, as discrete learning disrupts transferable skills such as problem solving. This supports Isaac's 1933 theory of having a flexible curriculum and discovery learning, as children are competent learners who need freedom of a fluid learning environment created by skilled practitioners, as identified by Cowell 2015. The National Curriculum Consultation Document in 1987 provided statutory guidance which discouraged cross-curricular learning by separating learning into 10 different subjects, each with a programme of study to be adhered to and assessed by the class teachers. However, the national curriculum did not dictate how to organise the school day, but highlighted what children should know and understand within each subject through assessments. This supports Gillard 2008, who proposed that the national curriculum eliminated the opportunities for project work. Curriculum Organisation and Classroom Practice in Primary Schools 1992 by Alexander et al. Raised concerns about topic work and children's learning from this method. Subject teaching is essential and topic work was poorly delivered and poses difficult in a cross-curricular manner. However, Palmer and Pettit 2002 argue that this does not mean to abandon the idea of topic work altogether. As this presentation will discuss later, there are advantages and potential barriers to cross-curricular learning. However, there are solutions which may overcome these. Overview 2009 praised effective practice of cross-curricular learning in primary schools, underlining planning as a key strength. Also noting explicit links can be made between subjects to support children's learning. Code 2010 supports the need to break down divisions between subjects and deliver in a holistic approach. Today, the national curriculum states that enhancing vocabulary, reading, writing skills are an essential feature of teaching in every subject. Assessment without levels and the increasing popularity of the term mastery to have a deeper understanding in learning, as explained by McIntosh 2015, gives more autonomy to schools in how to record and track assessments, as explained by William 2014. Therefore, it could be inferred that this is advocates of cross-curricular learning, rather than achieving milestones in levels and sub-levels format. Using a flexible cross-curricular assessment style to showcase children's learning to their highest potential. The presentation will now consider the advantages of cross-curricular learning in the primary classroom. Cross-curricular learning develops problem-solving skills and increases children's motivation through applying knowledge to real-life contexts, as supported by Robbins 2012 and Desailly 2015. Ofsted 2010 identifies that creative learning, which could be promoted by a cross-curricular approach, embeds independent inquiry and inclusivity by responding to the children's interests. Linked to Piaget 1951 as viewing children as active scientists who learn through exploration. Langston 2014 highlights that this should not be interpreted as using physical energy, however providing challenging and thought-provoking activities for the children. This could be achieved by fostering children's interest and giving real-life context to learning, which will further strengthen the learning and skills ascertained by Ofsted 2010 in a cross-curricular manner. This part of the presentation will look at potential barriers to cross-curricular learning in the primary classroom. For example, Jarvis 2009 identifies timetabling as an issue, as teachers have difficulty planning time in their schedule for cross-curricular learning. Currently on practice, an excerpt of the timetable is seen below. At 1:15 once a week, a creative curriculum project is implemented by the class teachers. However, some schools may not be able to accommodate cross-curricular learning in this way, and Kelly 2013 suggests that schools could allocate theme days to focus on a topic. For example, they may choose to utilise current events, for example, the Chinese New Year or Easter. Assessing learning when adopting a cross-curricular approach is also another difficulty which schools and teachers face, as suggested by Barnes 2015. Glazard et al. 2014 suggests that clear, succinct success criteria should support teachers to assess cross-curricular learning. For example, the learning objective of a project is to write a science booklet about safety precautions when conducting experiments. The teacher could set the following success criteria. I can conduct experiments safely, covering the science element of the project. I can write instructions about conducting safe experiments. This could be the English element. I can use ICT to produce a booklet. This covers the computing feature of the project. Howe et al. 2012 warned schools need to be cautious about presenting a tokenistic approach to cross-curricular learning. This means that learning is forced to be fit into a model and it may not be most appropriate. Hayward et al. 2012 further explains that this prevents understanding as the learning is artificial and not in context. In my example of an India theme, adapted from a model presented in Moody's and Reynolds, English, geography, history and art aspects have been drawn together for the topic. However, the art module to draw the Taj Mahal may be at an artificial level, as children may not know what the Taj Mahal is, where the Taj Mahal is, how has the Taj Mahal been built. Ofsted 2009 argued that teachers may lack confidence and knowledge in all areas of the curriculum. Therefore, schools need to utilise their PPA, preparation, planning and assessment time effectively for teachers to draw upon each other's specialism, for example, the geography coordinator, as this is supported by Johnson et al. 2007. Cross-curricular link between science and English becomes apparent when looking at the purpose of study for both subjects in the national curriculum. McLuhan et al. 2012 say that combining science and English in a cross-curricular way embeds children's learning and understanding of critical literacy, for example their understanding, their explanations and their analysis skills. Jarvis 2009 states that using a range of fiction and non-fiction texts can be used for a foundation of scientific inquiry. Therefore, in the purpose of study, reading enhances their knowledge and builds upon what they already know. Cross and Board 2014 states that expressing ideas about experiments develops children's listening and communication. The purpose of study states that its confidence and competence in spoken, language and listening skills are essential during the Key Stage 1. Science investigation example may be a task to investigate the properties of different materials to make a ramp. The National Curriculum Guidance being compare the suitability of a variety of everyday materials for a particular purpose. The children may have read Meg's Car by Helen Nichol and Jan Piankowski, and on screen there are science and English excerpts of the national curriculum. As you can see underlined, there are overlapping statements, for example asking simple questions, being able to articulate and justify answers, using scientific language and speculating, hypothesizing, imagining and exploring ideas. Therefore, by using a science and English link in an investigation, this will enhance children's holistic learning, as both sets of skills are needed to support the other and further development in their scientific skills and competency in English, as supported by Mercer et al. 2004, Johnston 2009 and Harlan and Coulter 2014. The final aspect of the presentation will consider using ICT to support science and English in the primary classroom. Loxley et al. 2012 identified that ICT is essential in investigations such as data logger to record sound. This supports Piaget's 1951 active learning approach, as experiments are beneficial for children to gain first-hand experiences. The children may require to record their data, such as using talking postcards, as suggested by Ward et al. 2008. However, reference questions in scientific inquiries may also be needed when it is impractical for an experiment to happen in the classroom. However, technology should not replace the classroom teacher, as suggested by Kaus and Kem 2010, and it is important for adults to have an input to develop scientific inquiry and vocabulary. The cost of technology is expensive, as highlighted by Higgins et al. 2012, therefore should be utilised as a sustainable option for purchasing these items in the first place. Overall, teachers need to be able to distinguish when technology is more appropriate. Therefore, the use of continuous professional development, as suggested by Grigg 2015, may need to be considered to enhance the teacher's subject knowledge to be passed on to the children. The presentation has considered the historical links between cross-curricular learning from the Plowden Report to the national curriculum today, identifying cross-curricular learning as an interdisciplinary approach combining subject knowledge with the potential of motivating and problem-solving skills. However, timetabling and assessment have been identified as difficulties. The relationship between science and English has also been explored, with writing, evaluating, discussing data and how to record it as possible links between them. The use of ICT has also been addressed, as experiments are needed such as data loggers and also references between them, such as looking up the answers which cannot be found in the primary classroom. However, it is important to note that ICT should not replace the class teacher.